Hi, it's Filo. Welcome back. I'm finally setting up July and breaking in this new bullet journal I set up in last week's video. You often tell me in comments or in DMs that you don't have either the patience or artistic abilities to draw in your own bujo, so I listened and I decided to come up with the quickest and most minimalist theme I've ever done yet, and the most beginner-friendly. To evoke summer and the beautiful flowers we're having right now, I went with a colorful flower theme in green, red and yellow. For the beginning of the cover only, I didn't speed up the footage so I can explain it to you and you can do it with me. So first I'm doodling basic flowers. It's only 2 brush strokes for each petal and I'm doing 5 petals in a circle to form a flower shape. Anything irregular is fine. I alternate the colors and distribution on a white strip of the page to create a kind of pattern. Okay, now let's speed it up a bit. For the heart of the flowers, I'm doing dots. Yellow in the green flowers, green in the red ones, and red in the yellow ones. I already used this technique back in November 2022 in a slightly more complex theme, but here no need for a fine liner, there's no outline, no drawing, scribbling, or even sketching involved. You can just improvise and be spontaneous. To give it a background and at the same time sort of a frame, I'm doing a gingham pattern with a beige brush pen, every other line with the brush tip and every other line with the fine tip. And this gingham pattern, as well as the header you'll see later, were inspired by Journal with Lena's theme for July 2023. When we're done with the vertical lines, we do exactly the same with the horizontal lines. And that's as easy as it can get. I don't think I could do an easier design that would still look aesthetic. Finally, I didn't even letter the title myself. I used a stencil, but you could use stamps or print the header, cut it and paste it, whatever you want. So see, you can't really mess it up. Even if you mess up some lines in the gingham pattern, it won't be very noticeable and it won't ruin your whole page. And there you have yourself a cover. Now onto the monthly spread, and I'm doing the same technique with a different layout. So here I just blocked with a pencil the boxes I need to keep white, so the calendar and a few sections on the side, and I'm doodling my flowers and gingham pattern around them. When I set up my calendar for the month, I always like to ask you what you plan on doing this month and read your answers in the comments. For my part, I will be working till the 18th, and then a niece is coming for a week, so it should be all fun and games and air conditioning and stuff, 45 degrees fun. Oh, and I think we'll have to eat tons of grape, look at that, or trade with the neighbors. I like watching how the white boxes appear when I do the gingham pattern around them. Here I'm using again my stencil for the big header, and the pen I'm using is the Fudenosuke because it's very opaque, it's more opaque than a Tombow dual brush pen, and it's the hard tip, so perfect for stencils. And then I'm adding my social media trackers, and here I have a question for you. What sections do you like to keep next to your overview of the month? Personally, I like to see the books I'm reading, the 2 to 3 main tasks I want to focus my energy on, and my social trackers. But do tell me if you'd like me to give you some ideas on something else you'd like to keep your eyes on. For the dates and sections on this page, I'm using stamps, but it's optional obviously. You can write them by hand or print a nice font. For this theme, the only material you really need is 4 brush pens, 3 for the flowers and 1 for the gingham. And that's it. For the flowers, I recommend choosing colors that really contrast with the gingham pattern, otherwise it will all blend together. Next are my habits and meal trackers. So I'm repeating the pattern all around the trackers where I won't need to write. And little by little, you can see that the boxes are starting to appear. So at the top, I have 3 habit trackers. Lately, I track my workout, walks, and posts on social media. So as you can see, I'm stamping a mini calendar for each. To fill this in, I will color the days I do them with each of the colors from our color palette. So for example, green for the days I work out, red for walks, and yellow for posts. This month though, honestly, I'm setting them up more by principle than anything. I don't expect to work out very consistently through July, granting it's usually 45 degrees in here, and I'm fine with surviving. I won't put too much pressure on myself to do pull-ups and squats, you know. And long walks are kind of compromised too, because there's no shade around here. And during the night, the temperature don't really drop either. So I guess I'll post. The bottom half of the page is dedicated to my meal planner. So for example, on Monday, I sat and planned a menu for the whole week, so I could do my grocery list, and sometimes I stick to it. Sometimes I move some meals around and eat them on different days than I had planned. That doesn't really matter to me. If I'm too strict, I know I'll give up. So it's just to make sure I plan a set of healthy, balanced meals, and I don't go grocery shopping blindly like 3 times in a week and spend too much money. And now with the weeklies for July. I cut the side to create vertical Dutch doors. I feel like I've been doing this kind of setup a lot lately, but here I thought it would still be fitting for a very easy theme, but I don't know, I might try something else next month. Tell me if you're tired of it and what you'd like to see. And in the last few months, I've started setting up my weeklies as the month progresses. So here I'm preparing week 1, and then I'll post shorts with each of the following weeks. Here again, I started with the flowers and pattern that reveal the whole functional layout. So on the left part, I'm stamping a mini calendar for July, and below I'll have my workout tracker. In the middle, we have a double page for each week, and here I repeated the gingham pattern. I'm doodling flowers on both the left and the right part of the spread because they will be visible from each weekly. And I'm stamping a mini calendar for August to have an overview of the month and a note section below. On each weekly layout, I'll do a different illustration because I have a visual memory, so it helps me differentiate them in my mind. For this first week, since we already have a flower pattern and I was looking for another easy set of doodles, I thought fruits would be nice. So keeping on with this summery color combo we already have going on, this week is going to be lemons. With the yellow brush pen, we do an oval and two little blips thingies on both sides, two leaves with the green pen, and here I completed the gingham pattern, but clearly it's optional. Personally, I think it looked better without. And it's time to flip through this July bullet journal setup with colorful flowers. I hope you enjoyed this beginner-friendly theme. If you try this at home, whether you faithfully recreate it or you adapt it to your own taste, be sure to tag me so I can see it and share it. If you've made it till the end, leave me this emoji and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you soon in the next one, and until then, enjoy planning!